Hi, it's Coach Jenny here. We're just going to do a quick beginner style full body workout. So we're going to do a quick warm up first, go through the exercises I'll explain along the way. And we're going to do 2 sets of 15 just for video purposes. And if you're wanting to have the time to, you can add in another set. And then we're going to finish off with a little cool down stretch. So let's get started. So we're going to start with some arm circles. And then the other way. All right, and then side to side. All right, and then 10 toe touches. Reach tall, touch the floor 10 times. And 4 more makes 10. And then one last one. All right, we're going to open our hips up a little bit. Get and then closed. All right, we'll just give everything a little shake out. So first exercise we're going to do is squats. You can do with body weight. You can grab a set of dumbbells. And if squatting is not quite your thing, you can always add a chair. Squat to the chair, do sit stands instead. So we want to make sure that our feet are about hip width apart. Our joints are stacked one on top of each other. Knees are softly bent. I put my arms out in front just to counterbalance my weight. We want to think about sitting backwards. So we're going to do 15. That's 7, 3 more, or no, it's 10. 10, and we'll do 5 more. Last one. All right, so we'll shake our legs out, rest about 30 to 45 seconds, and then we'll go again. All right. There's 10, 5 more. Last one. Perfect. Can you give those legs a shake? Okay, we're going to find our dumbbells here. We're going to get down on the floor. Okay, so we're going to lie flat on our back. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. Again, pulling in that core so our rib cage and hips are closing. We're going to grab our dumbbells, open up our elbows, making sure that our forearms are perpendicular to the floor. And we're going to press and lower. Ready? Good, there's 10. Try for 5 more. 3, 2 more. Last one. All right, we can set those down. Give our hands a little shake. You can open up, stretch out that chest. All right, and again, we're going to reset, make sure that low back is close to the floor. Pick up the dumbbells, open up those elbows, and press. There's 10. We'll do 5 more. Good, 2 more. Last one, perfect. All right, we can set those dumbbells down. Again, shake those hands out. Open up, stretch that chest a little bit. We're gonna just go into glute bridges. So same position again. You wanna have your heels as close to your hips as possible. Again, with that core closed in nice and tight, ribs and hip bones close together. Hands can go to the side for support. We're gonna drive our hips towards the ceiling, being sure that each side is pushing equally. We're gonna squeeze. So this helps with glute activation and external rotation at the hip, which helps with posture and low back pain. It's okay to let your knees drift outward. It's a natural thing that happens because the glute med, as I said, does external rotation of the hip. Good, we'll do 5 more. And last one, perfect. All right, we can hug those knees to our chest, kind of rock out that low back a little bit, might be a little bit tight. All right, and again, back into position. Feet are again hip width apart, heels as close to your hips as possible. Hands can go to the side for support. Again, close that rib cage. We'll do 15. Good, we're halfway there. Good, 3 more. Last one, squeeze and relax. Again, give those knees a hug. Rock out that low back. All right, so we're gonna sit ourselves up. We're gonna just go over into quadruped position, which just literally means hands and knees. We're gonna pull up those dumbbells for us again. And so nice square box. Knees should be underneath your hips. Your shoulders should be stacked over top of your wrists. And again, that rib cage is closed. So we're going to take our down hand a little bit closer to our middle, and we're going to pick up our dumbbell, and we're going to row. So you want to think about pulling that elbow behind you. Okay, ready? That's 10. Good, 2 more. Perfect, that dumbbell can go down. Now we're going to switch sides again, same position of the body. We're just going to put our other hand down, pick up this dumbbell, and row. Good. There's 10. 5 more. Good, one last one. There's 5. And again, we'll just sit back in the child's pose. Just stretch out that back a little. I like to wiggle it down. All right, and back up again. So the first side for the second time, again, place that down hand a little bit towards the center of your body. Everything else stays nice and square. Abs are pulled up, and we're going to row. Good, halfway there. Two more. Perfect. All right, then we're going to switch sides. Good, halfway there. Good, 2 more. Good, awesome. All right, those dumbbells can go to the side for a second. We're going to stay in this position. First, we're going to just stretch out that low back. Sink those hips as close to your heels as you can. Try and relax into that position. All right, try to stay in the quadruped position. We're going to do what are called bird dogs. So again, it's a core exercise. So we again want to make sure that we're square. Shoulders are stacked over wrists. Hips are right underneath, or knees are, pardon me, right underneath your hips. And we're going to keep our head in a neutral position. And we're going to take opposite leg, opposite hand out in front of us. So what I don't want to see is any reaching or any twisting, opening up that hip. You want to keep everything nice and square. So we reach and then replace. Reach and replace. Ready? So we're going to do, for these ones, I think we'll just do 10 aside to start. Because, ready? And be very mindful of keeping that core up. Don't let your waist sag. Good. One more each side. Last one. All right. And again, sit back into that child's pose. Just relax. And back up again. And again, your wrist might be getting a little sore by now. We did 2 in a row. All right, so ready? Everything check. Hips are square, shoulders are square, belly button is pulled up, and then we're going to reach and replace. We're halfway there. Good, one more each side. Perfect. And again, sink back. Perfect. All right, probably roll out those wrists a little bit. Give them a little shake. Now the next exercise we're going to do, you can either do seated if you have a bench or something to sit on, otherwise I'm going to stand. So you're going to take one of your dumbbells, we're going to go behind our head. So I'm going to show you from this side. So we want to keep our elbows as up as tight to our ears as we can. And again, we want to make sure that our knees should be softly bent. We're going to have a little bit of a forward tip to our body, perhaps, but otherwise try and keep everything nice and square. So hand over hand, I prefer to hold the dumbbell this way. Our elbows tight to your ears. We're going to extend. Okay, just like that. Ready? For triceps. There's 10, we'll do 5 more. Good. 5. All right, put the dumbbell down just for a second. And stretch out those triceps, same position, chicken wing. And then the other side. All right. You're ready? One last set. So pick up the dumbbell over your head, elbows tight to your ears, and then just straighten those arms. Right, there's 10. Good. 2 more. All right, dumbbell down. Again, shake with those hands, bring that arm up, tricep stretch. Other side. All right, bring them down. One last exercise, and then we'll do a cool down. So you're going to need 2 dumbbells again. We're going to do bicep curls. So just shoulders back and down. Again, abs are engaged, knees are softly bent. And we're going to curl. And as we curl up, we want to take our pinky towards our ear so we get good supination. And then relax it down to neutral so we get a full range of motion. And you can do them alternating or we can curl them together. Good. There's 10. Good. 2 more. Perfect. Okay, put dumbbells down. Our arms are shake. Kind of rotate them a little bit. There's 10. 5 more. One last one. Awesome. So there's 5. Dumbbells can go down. Another way. Give them a little shake out. Going to interlace our fingers, push forward, reach up and over top of our heads. I like to kind of tip side to side, just to kind of get that side waist a little bit more stretch. And then arms down to shoulder height, flip your palms to face you, slouch, push your knuckles away from you. You can drop your chin to increase the stretch. And again, if you have time to repeat these stretches, it's always more beneficial. All right, I'm going to sit up nice and tall, open up thumbs towards the sky, chest stretch. All right, we're going to bring one arm across, take the other arm here by the elbow or by the tricep and pull it towards ourself, shoulder stretch. All right, other side, arm across, behind the elbow, stretch. And when you're doing this stretch, try not to let your shoulder creep up towards your ear. Try and create that space and keep it there. Perfect. You're going to bring it up now for a tricep stretch. Perfect. To other side. All right, so when I come down, palm is up, extend the elbow, pull those fingertips back. A nice forearm, wrist, bicep stretch. All right, other side, palm up, extend the elbow, pull those fingertips back. All right, you're going to rotate those wrists around one way and the other way. All right, we're going to explode the fingers, give them a little wiggle, and a little shake. All right, so we're going to, if you need something to hold on to, you can put your hand on a chair or something when you're just standing. Hamstring stretch. So more weight is on this side. We're going to reach towards that toe. All right, and then the same thing on the other side. Again, more weight on the standing leg. This leg goes out. Stretch, reach towards that toe. Perfect. All right, and then if you need something to hold on to, again, we're going to do a quad stretch. So you want to make sure that you're pushing your hips forward so you get a hip flexor stretch and more intensity in that quad. Do the same thing on the other side. Again, if you need to turn, you can have something to hold on to or brace yourself. All right, perfect. So that's it. Give ourselves a little shake, and thanks for tuning in. I like being here.